Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about X-Men issue number 10, written by Jonathan Hickman. So this issue focuses on Vulcan and is a tie-in into the Empyre crossover. So for those who don't know, Vulcan was a long-lost Summers brother who seemingly had died fighting against Krakoa. He came back from the dead and he wanted to take vengeance on the X-Men. Then we got two really good story arcs that involved Vulcan as the main villain. We have the rise and fall of the Shi'ar Empire, where he basically takes over the Shi'ar Empire and becomes the Emperor. Then we get the War of Kings, where he as the head of the Shi'ar go to war against the Kree. He ends up going toe-to-toe against Black Bolt, and in their final battle they actually rip a hole in space. Both seemingly die in that confrontation, but obviously both come back from the dead. But with the case of Vulcan, they took a real long time to bring him back. He actually didn't pop up until the beginning of the Krakoan era. And the way he acted when he was brought back, he seemed really off and weird. Now, what we discover in this issue is that he didn't die in that confrontation with Black Bolt. This is the original Vulcan. He was found floating in the rift of space by a group of aliens. Later on, they established that these aliens are tied to Orbis Stellaris. I might be wrong on that detail, but the thing is, they tamper with his mind and they sort of subdue his more aggressive nature. But it's implied that he's possibly going to become a sleeper agent. And it's also set up that Vulcan is a ticking time bomb, that at any moment his repressed personality is going to come back. And if you've read any of those previous story arcs that I've mentioned, you know that Vulcan's going to be some big trouble. So what happens in this issue, we have the Summers family. They have gone on vacation. Vulcan has stayed behind. The Summers household is actually on the moon. So what happened in the Empyre story arc is that the Kotati had set up shop on the blue side of the moon. This ends up calling the attention to Vulcan. He goes in to investigate. And what happens is pretty fantastic. Vulcan actually encounters a group of Kotati who during the Empyre story arc were shown to be extremely powerful. These aliens had easily steamrolled over the Avengers. And here we have Vulcan single-handedly obliterating them. And what the story actually illustrates is that darker side is not as repressed as we believed. And what happens is Petra and Sway are able to calm him down and get him back to normal, because he was going full-on evil at this moment of the story. And that's a whole nother thing, because we don't know if Petra or Sway have been resurrected, they're ghosts, or they're just figments of Vulcan's imagination. That's actually a pretty cool detail that Hickman gives us in this story. So I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.